Hallelujah, hallelujah. Shalom, salam, 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 salam. Everybody, peace be unto everybody that is coming live. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm honestly loving this. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me do this. Just can I do this 1 second? Just 1 second. Just trying to clean the lens. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm excited to be alive. Every day is a blessing. Every day is a gift. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to come on live. And I mean, I'm loving this community. So I'm loving it so far. It's been great. This is my TED filming. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. And I just want to welcome everybody as well. And Iron, like in my language we say, Yerko Memeneda. Yerko Memeneda. Yerko Memeneda, which is simply means that we are entering the Sabbath. We are entering the Sabbath, and I'm excited about it. I just finished our ritual on every Friday before 6 p.m., our prayer sessions, and we have, I'm talking about proper prayer. I'm talking about pouring of libation. I'm talking about sacrifices. And salam, brother, salam, brother, salam, brother. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Please, if you come on live, please do like the video. Please like the videos. Post a comment. Please post a comment. Let's read your comment and share the video. Let somebody else be blessed. Let somebody else be blessed, because you're definitely going to be blessed. You're definitely going to be blessed. Let somebody else be blessed. And I'm excited to come your way. May the up. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Oh, sister from UK. My bad. All that I saw is glory to Yah, so I was a bit confused. Sister from UK, my sister. I'm not sure I saw your name. All I saw was glory to Yah. So, how you doing, sister? How you doing, sister? Well, my bad. Now I'm not going to go ahead and call anybody brother or sister. I'm just going to keep quiet. because but I pray that you guys have had an amazing week. We are in on the Sabbath. We are on the Sabbath. In my language, in my language, we say memeneda. In my language, we say memeneda, which means that I'm ameneda. Ameneda. I'm means day. I means day, which in English is called the Sabbath. So yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. I have a conference coming up tomorrow, so that's why I'm 10 minutes late. But I want to apologize for that because we're preparing for the conference as well. And I welcome I see about 7 people online. I welcome everybody online. Listen, I love you guys. Thank you for having me on your channel. Hallelujah. Bless you, sister. Bless you, sister. I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you love it. Comments like that keeps us going. And trust me, we got a whole lot of information in the vault. Knowledge, information, intelligence in the vault. And we pray that the Almighty, the Creator, Odumankuma, so we call him Odumankuma, Bantu. So I'm Makan, the Bantu also have a name for it. And of course, all praise, all glory to the Almighty. I'm excited. I'm excited. When I get excited, I don't know what to say. Not that I'm out of words. Tonight is going to be fire. Mario, shalom, 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 salem, shalom, shalom. How you doing, Mario? So tonight I want to talk about, did our fathers need saving? Did our fathers need saving? Did our fathers need saving? But before I do that, please pass a comment. Please like the video if you're online watching. Please it's just a button away. Please just click on the button and like it for me. Do it for me, please. Just like the video and share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. You're gonna be a blessing tonight, without a doubt. You're gonna be a blessing tonight, and you're gonna know that our fathers didn't need saving. Glory to your sister Lynette from US. Shalom, sister. How you doing? How you doing? I'm getting to know everybody, so please just as our sisters are doing. When you come online, just let me know your name, and I can shout you out and thank you for watching. And please like the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Tell your friends about this community. Tell your family about the Bantu community. Tell your friends about the Bantu community. Listen, we are onto something big, and I know very soon we'll unite and we'll do a lot of work for the kingdom. So please share the video. Let's spread the love. Let's spread the love to everybody so that everybody will be blessed. And let's keep doing the great work we're doing. Big thanks to Prophet Michael Massa for the opportunity given me to be a part of this amazing community. Not a lot of people will give you their platforms to do what you love to do. So thank you, Prophet. And the Bantu movement is going to grow, and our people are going to know the truth, whether they like it or not. And we, the Akans, I'm from Ghana, so the Ghana, we are the Akans, and the Akan people are also coming up strong. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be working with my brother, my prophet, Prophet Michael, and you guys are amazing so far. Please just like the video. Okay, I'm waiting for one more like. One more like. Please like the video and let me start. I want to start now, but I just need you to like the video and I'll start. So am I getting any likes now? I'm going to show you that our fathers didn't need saving. So the question is, did our fathers, the subject I want to talk about, did our fathers need any saving? Please, who's going to like the video for me? Please, just one more like and I'll continue. Just one more like, just one more like, just one more like. If you come on to watch this later, blessings to you, Adjotin, Anthony Wooten. Yes, I got a like. Yes, I got a like. So we can start. We can. Don't mind me. I'm excited. Like I told you, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be part of this family. So let's go on. So I want to talk about the subject. Did our fathers need saving? I started with talking about the fact that darkness is not evil. Most of us will be made to think that darkness is evil, but darkness is not evil. Darkness has never been evil. Darkness was. How do we just click on the like, Lynette? Just click on the. Oh, have you subscribed? If you haven't subscribed yet, just subscribe. Hit the notification button so that every time a new video comes up, you can be notified. And just subscribe and just click the like button and you're good to go. Then you can pass your comments and all of that. So I started with a video saying that darkness is not evil. And yesterday I was talking about who created evil. I don't know if you know this, but it will surprise you to know in the scriptures, the devil never told a lie. The person that is called or described as the devil in the scriptures did not tell a single lie. Not one. Not one. In the scriptures, I can show you, please don't get upset. I'm only telling you the truth. We can check it out. We can check it out. If you need a scripture, I'll tell you where it is. It's in the New Testament. I can show you a place that Jesus told a lie. Or Yeshua, whichever way you want to call him. I can show you a place that he told a lie. But in the scriptures, the devil never said a single lie. I can show you places in the scriptures that the Almighty used a lying spirit. Remember? When he needed a lying spirit to lie to the king that he's going to win the battle. Right? So the Almighty, the Creator, used the lions. The Almighty, I'm choosing my words carefully. You would understand with time when I let you into some of the things that I know. The Almighty used a lion spirit, but the devil never told a single lie. According to scripture. So when you come from this background and this information, we realize that lying or evil had nothing to do with the devil. If not anything at all, I'm not speaking for the devil. The devil don't need me to speak for the devil. I'm only speaking the truth, and I'm only here to show you that our fathers didn't need saving. Our fathers never needed anybody to save them. When we say somebody needs saving, it simply means that the person is perishing one way or the other, or the person is losing it one way or the other, or the person is falling off one way or the other. Then we can say that person needs saving to come out of that which is being suppressing. him or her, right? But if the person don't need delivering, if the person don't need saving, if the person don't need anything, then the person don't need saving. So when I say the person don't need, that our fathers need saving, I don't want to limit it to Christianity or Judaism or Hinduism or Buddhism or Islam. I'm putting all of them under one bracket. And I'm telling you, our fathers didn't need any foreign religion. Ooh, that's fire. Our fathers didn't need any religion. Our fathers never needed any religion. If we talk about spirituality, our fathers are far more spiritual than any species on the face of the earth. Woo! I'm just getting started. Listen, family, I'm just getting started. Our fathers didn't need saving. Our fathers didn't need a savior. Our fathers didn't need any religion to come save our fathers from anything. If not anything at all, the only thing that our fathers had were people that wanted to take advantage of our fathers that showed up in their lives. When I say our fathers, regardless of which part of the world that you find yourself today, you are connected to the root. And I know there's a story that goes around that our fathers gladly sold those of us in the diaspora, those of us in the diaspora, the Caribbeans and stuff like that. Our fathers willingly traded. So they have this title, slave trade, right? Making it think that it was a trade between two companies, two entities. Like two people came together and said, you know what, we've got business to do. And the other party said, well, you know, we also got business to do. So what do you have to offer? Then this part said, we have human beings to offer. The other part said, we have, listen, our fathers didn't need anything from anybody to begin with to say that our fathers needed to trade with anybody. Our fathers were the first inventors. Our fathers were the first scientists. Our fathers were the first astrologers. Our fathers were the first physicians. Nobody had anything on our fathers. I can't wait to get into the history side of things. You understand? So this thing they've titled it, the reason why they call it slave trade, because they knew there's going to come a generation that is hungry for the truth. And the generation is going to rise up that is going to know the truth. And that's going to come at them. I'm not hating. Listen, I'm not hating. I'm only sharing love. I'm full of love. I can't hate. Mattia, my brother. I'm full of love. I can't hate. I can't hate. I'm full of love. Listen. No black person has hate in them. If a black person is hating, circumstances have made them become haters. I'm telling you. Our fathers were not haters. Our fathers didn't hate each other. Our fathers loved each other. Back to the story of slave trade, right? The lies they told that they were slave trading. They were trading slaves. How is it a trade if one party is holding a gun and another party has got their hands behind their back? How is that a trade? That is no trade. That is not a trade. That is bullying. That is suppressing. That is oppressing. That is wickedness to the highest. That is not a trade. So there was nothing like a slave trade. Talk about they brought sugar and wine and drinks to us. Our fathers had the better liquors. I don't know if you guys know this, but we have a liquor called palm wine, which is the best liquor in the whole world. We had our own wine. We had our own everything. I don't drink. I mean, just to put it out there, the way I'm talking about liquor, it made it sound like I don't drink. I never touch alcohol. Right? Our fathers didn't need clothes. Remember, before Egypt, Mesopotamia, Our fathers never needed saving from anybody. Listen, till date, let's try to use common sense just for a few seconds, right? Common sense. For our fathers to need anybody's anything, it means that the other people offering anything had to bring something to our fathers that our fathers never had, right? They had to send things down to our fathers that our fathers never had, right? Then it will make sense that our fathers would want to trade with anybody. First and foremost, I painted a picture. These guys didn't come trading. These guys came with guns. Salam, Jacob. How you doing? Jacob's daughter. How you doing, Jacob's daughter? How you doing, my sister? These guys came with guns blazing. So they didn't come to trade. They came to devour and to conquer. Right? So let's use common sense. If our fathers needed anything, then it would make sense for our fathers to say, you know what? I'm going to trade for something that I don't have. This is somehow long time ago, thousands of years ago. Right? No, slave trade is 100. I'm talking about a lot of years ago. Our fathers had everything. And even during the time of slave trade, our father didn't need anything. Because our population as African continent, African people, were far away, was way too low than the population today. And if we should use the population today to do the stats, even the population in Africa today is not enough. It's not even 10% close to the resources in Africa. The population today. Think about all the things that they've taken out of Africa, right? We still have enough resources in Africa that can serve thousands of generations to come. How on earth would our fathers need anything if till date, Africa is the only continent in the entire world that has everything? If we don't need anything now, and Africa has everything now, what makes you think Africa needed something back then for them to want to trade anybody? No, we didn't trade. Our fathers didn't trade you. Our fathers didn't trade anybody. Listen, what they've been telling you is absolute false. We are a loving people. When you come to Africa, I know most of you in the Western world, when you talk about family, you are only talking about a husband and a wife and the children, right? That's what you mean by family. A husband, wife, children, that's it. That's family to you. And then time to time you go and visit your grandparents, right? Or the grandparents of the kids, right? That's not how we do it in Africa. In Africa, when we talk about family, we talk about mother, father, auntie, uncle, cousin, niece, nephew, grandmother, uncle, great-great-grandfather. We talk about everything. Everybody is family. If I should travel to the States and I hear a Chi word, Madame for it is saying, if I hear the word, Madame for it is saying, right? Just the Madame for it is saying, instantly, I don't care where this person is coming from. I don't care whether this person is criminal or not. The minute I hear the person speak my language, automatically the person is my brother. That is how we love. So there's no way on earth that our fathers would gladly just give out nieces and cousins and uncles and nephews just to trade for what? For the things that they've always had. There's no way our fathers were going to do that. Right? If it was a trade and our fathers never existed, go and read a history book. Go and read about Ya Santua. Go and read about Ya Asantua. She so resisted that they sent external forces just to come and capture one woman. The Most High is still hiding a lot. He is going to reveal the hidden resources. No, it's true. Who said this comment? Jacob's daughter. I'm telling you, listen. The resources that are in Africa, let me say it right. The resources that are discovered now in Africa is nowhere close to the resources that is yet about to be revealed. Listen, I have seen it with my two eyes. The spirit of our fathers and our ancestors has revealed it to me. They've revealed it to me with my naked. I have seen the resources that are covered in the spiritual dimensions, waiting for the right people to show up, waiting for the right descendants that will be hungry for the truth and love themselves and not hate one another to come up and say, we are ready. Listen, our fathers never needed saving. Shalom, prophet. How you doing? Shalom, prophet. How you doing? How you doing, prophet? It's always an honor, prophet. Listen, our fathers didn't need anything. Our fathers, I missed the last stream. Who created evil? The answer is right here. Exactly. I form like, yes. Exactly. So then it diffused the argument that the devil created evil and evil is the devil. Bogus. Right? Our fathers never needed saving. Our fathers didn't need anybody to come save them. In fact, the land Africa is so blessed. There's a tree called rosewood. Have you heard of it? I said, do you guys know? Prophet, I don't know if you have rosewood in Angola and Congo, but there's a tree called rosewood. The entire world, there are only two places that you can find rosewood, or that rosewood can grow properly, right? Two places: Ghana and northeastern part of Africa. What? Wait, you thought I was going to say Israel? You thought I was going to talk about Ashkenazi Jew? You thought I was going to say no? I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say Israel. No, because that part was called the northeastern part of Africa in the ancient map. That is not Israel. Why do we have a place called Middle East? The middle of what? You know what I'm saying? Why do we have a place called the Middle East? The middle. So where is the middle north? Where is the middle south? Where is the middle west? So of course it's not the Middle East, right? It's the northeastern part of Africa. Listen, the resources, the wealth that the Creator has hidden, the resources that our family, Shalom Bantu sister, I don't want to mess up again. Shalom. So the resources and everything that is still covered. You see, our ancestors, the spirit of our ancestors and our forefathers, and the powers that be that protect the African people, the black people, are too smart, are way ahead of every civilization ever to exist on the face of the earth. And because of their wisdom and knowledge and intelligence, they are protecting these resources till the right people show up. Our people never needed saving. Let me show you something. Let me read the letter to you. I don't know if you ever heard of King Leopold. Have you ever heard of King Leopold? Our fathers have always been spiritual. In fact, till date, there's no place on the face of the earth that knows and understands spirituality than your forefathers. Your forefathers did not sell you. Your forefathers did not sell you. Your forefathers never thought of selling you. Our ancestors never sold anybody. It was a straight up massacre. They had guns to their head and was telling them, listen, if you don't give us these people, we will shoot everybody. And our ancestors still said no. That is why they took Yasantua to the islands. That's why they took Nana Prempeh to the islands. Right? Because they were resisted. So I want to read the letter from King Leopold, right? And those of you who already know this letter, I mean, you make my job easy. But in the letter of King Leopold, if all of you know it, please, if you're online, just click the like button. Please like it for me. Please just like it for me. Our ancestors always have been and would ever be spiritual people. One day I'm going to teach you the significance of knowing the day you are born and the name you are to be called depending on the day you are born. And I'm going to teach you the power. Exactly, there's no middle. And the power that is behind being called the name that your ancestors gave you. Every time you invoke the name that your ancestors gave you, you connect to the spiritual realms and divine intelligence. I don't want to go there. One day I'll teach you the power behind and the mystery behind the day born and the day born names. So King Leopold was a Danish king, right? Letter from was a Belgium king. Sorry, let me read it. Letter from King Leopold the second of Belgium to the colonial missionaries, 1883. Please, if you're online, love me by sharing, by liking the video, sharing, and subscribing. It says, Massa says, hold on, let me read it. I want to read it. It says, and a tree of good and evil is not a tree that we know. It is actually someone who was walking up and down in the midst of the garden. Listen, we will get to those lessons later. Trust me. Like I said, there's a whole vault of knowledge and wisdom coming. We still at the introduction levels. We're still doing introductions, but let me read this to you. So this was 1883, right? And King Leopold, the king of Belgium, was sending a letter to the missionaries that they had just sent to Africa. This is specifically to Congo. The missionaries of Belgium were going to Congo, so they sent letters to the missionaries and listened to the information that were in it. The tree was Satan, and the fruit of the tree was his. No. Don't. Listen, sister. Musa, listen. We come on it. You miss. Go and watch yesterday's. Go and watch yesterday. We'll come into this. And I'll take it. I'll continue. I'm not done. Listen. Knowledge is coming. Trust me. After this strong sermon, we come with a powerful testimony from a sister from Holland. Okay, awesome. Listen. So, when the missionaries were coming to Congo, King Leopold decided to remind the missionaries their job while they are going to Africa. Because it was necessary that King Leopold had the missionaries in check to make sure the missionaries said the right things before they touch base in Africa. You get what I'm saying? Okay. I read. Says, Reverend Fathers and dear compatriots. The letter is on the internet. You can just type King Leopold's letter and you would have it in your hands and you read it yourself. Reverend Fathers, dear compatriots, the task that is given to fulfill is very delicate and requires much tactics. You would go certainly to evangelize, but your evangelization must inspire above all Belgium's interest. So the missionaries that came to Africa to so-called bring Christianity or what have you, never came with the intention to save anybody, spread any knowledge. They only came with one purpose, to have the interest of their country at heart. And they only came to speak about their country and their country alone, and they cared less about anybody else. Let me continue. They didn't care about our fathers. They didn't care. Let me continue. Let me not go ahead of myself. Says, but your evangelization must inspire above all Belgium's interest. Your principal objective in our mission in the Congo is never to teach the niggers to know God. The missionaries never came down to teach the niggers. I'm not calling anybody nigger. I'm just reading from the king's mouth. Says, your mission to the Congo is not to teach the missionary. It's not to teach the niggers about God. That is not your mission. This was a letter from a king to come to Africa, and the only assignment had nothing to do with saving. Let me continue. Welcome, welcome, Amani, welcome. Let me continue. Never to teach the niggers to know God. This they know already. So the British, the Dutch, all these colonial masters, the French, the Portuguese, they came knowing very well that these niggers already know God. And we don't need you to go down there and teach them about God, because they already know him. Back. I don't know what's going on. They're trying to mess with me. They mess with my internet. Am I live? Am I back? Somebody send me a hi just for me to know I'm back online. They don't want me to read it. They don't want me to read it. They don't want me to read it. Can somebody just send me a hi just for me to know? Can you hear me? Am I back online? Am I back online? Am I back? Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Glad. I'm glad to be back. They don't want me to read it, but I'm going to read it anyways. I'm going to read it. It says, don't go there to teach these niggas God, because they know already. They speak and submit to a mungu. To a mungu. Or one Inzambi. Or Inzankomba. If I'm not saying it right. Or Inzankomba. They know. Listen. Our spirituality has nothing to do with one God. Listen. I was a Christian pastor for as long as I can remember. Nzambi Impongu. I hope I said it right. Nzambi Impongu. They know already. They know him. They have a relationship with him already. These guys are spiritual. We don't need you to go down there and teach them spirituality. They already know Mbongu. They know Mbongu. What are you saying? They are spiritual. They are sons and daughters of the spiritual one. Their roots goes down to spirituality. They connect to something far beyond our understanding and our comprehension. In fact, their spirituality is something we can. So long as they've got their spirituality, we cannot defeat them. So we need you to make sure you don't go teaching them anything about spirituality. We need them to lose their spirituality so that we can defeat them and enslave them. This is why they were able to slave us. The only reason why they could enslave our fathers is because they misled our fathers to think that what they had was taking them to hell and they needed saving. Let me read it. I don't know if time will permit me to read everything, but go and get the letter yourself and read it for yourself. The letter of King Leopold III. They know that to kill, to sleep with somebody's wife, to lie, and to insult is bad. They know. Stealing, killing, disrespect. These are trade of the Western world. Our fathers would never insult one another. Our fathers would never insult one another. When we watch the televisions, you see our brothers and sisters, the African Americans, they be on the street and F you this, F you that, you nigger, you this, you that, insulting one another. The only reason why you are insulting one another is because they came to teach you how to disrespect one another and to insult one another. We don't do that. That is not us. They already know not to sleep with somebody's wife. They already know not to kill the neighbor. So the reason why the so-called black on black crime is because they taught them to shoot one another. Not because they have it in their DNA. No. Our fathers never had it in them to kill anybody. Our fathers never had it in their spirit to enslave anybody. Our fathers never had it in their spirit to sell anybody. Our fathers loved each other so much they would sacrifice their own life rather than to see their brother's life being taken from them. Our fathers were spiritual people, but they never wanted our fathers to be in touch with their spirituality. So they brought the lie of Christianity to deceive not our fathers, but the children of our fathers. Go and get a letter and read it yourself. They know to kill and all of that. Have courage. They know to kill and insult and sleep with somebody's wife is bad. Have courage to admit it. See, he was telling the missionaries, have courage to admit that they know better than you. They were telling the missionaries, listen, the place you're going, muster courage to know for a fact that these guys are more spiritual than you. So don't you dare think you are going down there to teach them spirituality. Listen, in Africa, we've got real spirituality. Not what they do in the churches. Not when you go to church, you clap your hands, you raise your hands, and you think that is spirituality. No, that is not spirituality. Real spirituality is when we mix one leaf with another leaf, put it together, put it in water, pour it on you, and let them shoot you and see if the gun will touch you. That's spirituality. Spirituality is when somebody pulls a gun in your face, clock it, and it doesn't shoot. That's spirituality. Spirituality is when somebody poisons you, and before you eat the food, the clothes you are wearing will tell you that the food you're about to eat has poison in it, so don't eat it. That's spirituality. And our fathers have always had that, and it's still alive. That is why some people, like Prophet Massa and myself, we are out here to teach the truth to everybody that is ready to learn. And that is why you have to share the video for somebody else to be blessed. I'm talking about real spirituality, not what the Christianity has no power. As a matter of fact, let me tell you this. When you come to Africa and you have something, right? Maybe you have money in your wallet or something, and the money falls on the street, and you tell the people that your money fell on the street, you need your money back, that you are a Christian, nobody will pay attention to you. They will, in fact, they will mock you, and they'll take the money away. But let the same money from my pocket fall on the street, and let somebody to take it. And I tell them, share. Do you know who I am? Whoever took the money, I'm giving you 5 minutes. Don't return the money. I'm giving you 5 minutes. If you don't return the money, I'm going to pour some libation. And I'm going to pour it down and invoke the spirit of our fathers. And the spirit of our fathers is going to strike whoever that stole. Within 2 seconds, the money will be found. Real spirituality is when you can leave your doors open and no thief would dare enter your house. Just this evening, I was about to offer my sacrifice for the night, and I had some workers come to the house to work. And I had just gone to my altar to pray. And while I was at the altar praying, while I was preparing the feast for the sacrifice, the workers that walked into the house to work looked at me and said, "What is he doing? This is a serious house. We can't stay here. There's too much power in this place. We can't stay. There's too much power in this place. We can't stay here." I'm talking about real spirituality, which our fathers had always had. Let me read this paragraph and I'll let you go. It says, have courage to admit it. You are not to go teach them. You are not to go and teach them what they already know. Your essential role is to facilitate the tasks of administrators and industrials. So these were missionaries, but their main objective were to become administrators and industrious. Which means you would go to interpret the gospel in the way that it will be the best interest to protect in that part of the world. For these things, you have to keep watch over this interesting our savages from the riches that is plenty in their undergrounds. He says, listen, whilst you are going to Africa, all that we need you to do is to preach to these savages so that you make sure they lose interest in their resources that they have in their undergrounds, so that they lose interest in their gold, so that they lose interest in their diamonds, so that they lose interest in their riches. That is why they came to Africa. That is why they came in the masquerade of Christianity to really do in Africa. Says, means you will go for these things. You are to avoid that. They get interested in it and make you murderers. Competitions and dream of one day overthrowing you. That's the fear of them. Your knowledge of the gospel would allow you to find text ordering. See, the knowledge of the gospel, you don't want to mess with the gospel. I'm telling you. Your knowledge of the gospel will allow you to fix tests. Ordering. Your knowledge of the gospel will allow you to fix tests. Ordering. And encouraging your followers to love poverty. Your job is to encourage those converts to love poverty. Like with verses like, happy are the poor because they will inherit the heavens. You read this in the New Testament, in the Gospels, and you call this a beatitude, that this is coming to help you know. While they were telling you, happy are the poor, for they will inherit the kingdom, they were taking the wealth away. Whilst they were telling you, happy are the poor to inherit the kingdom. And it's very difficult for the rich to enter the kingdom of God. These were the things that you had to teach them. Google King Leopold. The letter is there for your reading. Don't take my word for it. This is why they came to Africa. This is why they came to enslave us. Says what? It is very difficult for the rich to enter to the kingdom of God. So our fathers had, listen, our fathers had no value for gold. Gold was on the streets. That they were walking on gold. I come from Ghana. Ghana previously was called the Gold Coast. Do you know why Ghana was called the Gold Coast? Because you will literally find gold on the coast. It was everywhere. We were so rich. Gold was nothing. Diamonds were nothing. They saw it and said, what? What is all this? What are these people on about? Listen, let's tell them it's very difficult for the rich man to enter into the kingdom of God than the poor. So our fathers were like, well, if you are to take our gold and that will take us to heaven, the heaven you are preaching, then take all the gold. If they believed in heaven, why were they telling you and you and I, our fathers, that it is better for the poor to enter into the kingdom of heaven? If they believed in heaven, why were they preaching you to be poor so that you can enter heaven while they were taking the riches away and the resources away? If they believed in anything called heaven. They don't believe it. They know there's nothing called heaven. I'm telling you, there are so many things to teach. Listen, the spirit of our fathers have been teaching me for a long time to find the right community, which is the Bantu community, so that I can tell you people some of the truth that our fathers have been telling us. It's going to literally change your life. Let's help grow this assignment. Let's help grow this project by sharing the pages, by liking, by commenting, and by subscribing to it. Let me continue to read. I'll run away soon. Let me continue to read. Says what? You have to detach from them and make them disrespect everything which gives them courage to affront us. Do you see how they got a chance to enslave our fathers? They said you have to do everything possible to detach them from their spirituality, because that is the only thing that is giving them the courage. Abner Yakwan, how you doing, sister? That is the only thing giving them courage to fight us, to confront us, to defeat us. So what we need you to do is this detach them from their spirituality. So when they lose their spirituality and they lose the backing of their ancestors and their gods, we can overpower them and overthrow them. That is why they told you what our fathers had was witchcraft. What our fathers had was demonic. What our fathers had was idol worship. Do you understand do you know what idol worship is? Every Christian church has a cross in their churches. Go and read Deuteronomy. It says what? Don't bow down to the cross or to the stone. The cross being Christianity, the stone being Mecca. Do you understand idol worship? Every Christian church has an idol, is an idol worshiper. Everybody has a cross. Everybody drinks blood. You are not supposed to. When you drink communion, you are so-called partaking in the blood that was shed on a cross. You want to talk about idol worship? Our fathers had a real spirituality. And these people came to deceive our fathers. Only so they can mislead and steal our riches and resources. What are you talking about? Says what? I make reference to their mystic system. They didn't understand the systems of our fathers. Listen, our fathers were too smart for them. So the only conclusion they could come in, we need you to break their mystic system. We need you to break their mystic system. We need you to break their mystic system. It is giving them knowledge. It is giving them power. It is making them able. It is empowering them so that they can be able to take away every disease and sicknesses. They are too knowledgeable. They are too powerful. They have so much strength in them. We need you to demystify their systems. That was the assignment of the missionaries, if you never knew this. It says what? I make reference to their mystic system and their fetish. Do you know what is fetish? It's what they do in the churches. Listen. It says what? Make them move away from their mystic systems. Make them move away from their powers, from the source of their power. When you want to defeat an enemy, you go into the enemy's camp and you arrest the strongest part, the strongest bait of the enemy, the secret, the weapons. You go and arrest what makes them strong. And you have your way with the enemy, or you have your way with them. They came in. Listen, they came in to disconnect us from our spirituality. You know why? Listen, read it. I can't read all because time is not on my side. To disconnect them from their warfare protection. To disconnect them from their warfare protection. You think missiles and fire powers is the real protection? No. No. That's not a real protection. Real protection is when you release a missile and our ancestors can hold on to the missiles in the divine and turn the missiles to hit their own country. That's what we call real protection. Not what they are offering you. They can't protect you. Some way, somehow, the coronavirus is not able to enter Africa. That is protection. The ones that the virus that is coming to Africa are actually carriers. It's not just coming in the air. Because our fathers had a... Let me continue to read. Let me continue. I can't finish. Which they pretend not to want to abandon. In your power. So let me do one thing. Yes. You must do everything in your power to make it disappear. You must do everything in your power to make their weapons, their idols, their powers disappear. Your actions will be directed essentially to the younger ones. So they didn't come to our far, they came to their sons and daughters. Your actions are to come at their sons and daughters. Let me end here. Listen, go and get the letter of King Leopold. You see it. So their tactics was not to come after the grown folks. Their tactics was to come for the little children. That is why whenever any missionary come to town, their main target. You see the letter now? Yes, read it. That is why whenever they come to town, their main target is children. Because they know your fathers. That is why I'm telling you, there was nothing like a slave trade. There was not a trade. They came to attack us. We didn't trade with them. Our fathers would never trade. All those stories are false. Our fathers would never trade. Listen, we don't need saving from anybody. The real spiritual people on the face of the earth are us. What most of you don't know, our sisters, I'm begging you, I'm not here to offend anybody. Our brothers, I'm not here to offend anybody. Your hair, the hair that you carry on your head is a spiritual conductor. The hair that you carry is a spiritual conductor. Don't put any silk hair on your hair. Don't. Everything about us, is spiritual. Your pineal gland has melanin in it, right? From the sun. Pineal gland opens the third eye. Everything about us is spiritual. Your skin connects to the sun and receive healing from the sun and releases it into your cells. So every time your cells are renewed, the Creator made us spiritual for a purpose. You don't need saving. I don't need saving. All you need is to connect to your fathers, connect to your ancestors. All you need is to connect to your fathers. When you contact me, when you contact Prophet Massa will teach you how to connect to real spirituality, not Christianity. Christianity is not spirituality. Real spirituality is when you learn to pour libation and call the name of your fathers and invite your fathers into your household, and your fathers will correct your sons and daughters that are going wayward, and everything that the enemy is hitting you with will never have access to your house, because the fathers, the spirit of the fathers, will protect you and guide you. As I'm talking, the spirit of the fathers are all over this place. The spirit of the fathers are all over this place. They are watching over you. Listen, just because you are connecting to this platform, this community, just because you are here, just because you are connected to the Bantu community, I'm here to tell you, the spirit of your fathers are calling you home and are asking you to connect to what is spiritual, because that is what will save you. I got to go. I don't want to take too much of your time. Bless you. I wish I could read all the messages. Bless you. I come your way Same time tomorrow. No, I will do 9:30 GMT tomorrow. 9:30 GMT is about 5:30 in the US. It's 9:30 in the UK. It's about 11:30 in Germany, right? I'll come your way 9:30 GMT tomorrow with another powerful word that would bless you. Salem, have a great evening. Enjoy your Sabbath. If you missed the early session, play. I've had three sessions this week alone. Go back and listen to all the videos that I've made. There's more fire, there's more power coming up. And listen, tomorrow I'll pour libation live. Listen, tomorrow I'll teach you how to pour libation, and I'll pour libation live on your screen. Don't miss tomorrow for anything. Tell your friends to tell your friends to tell your friends, tell your family, tell the community, spread it, tell everybody to subscribe, because tomorrow is going to be real power. I will teach you how to learn to pour libation to call unto your fathers. Stay blessed. Have a great night. Salem.